Hey everybody, I wanted to get on a minute because I had something that God laid on my heart that I wanted to share with y'all. It's about, the things that are going on in the world, and it's about the light, okay? And a little bit about Morgellons. But the main thing I wanted to say was we're moving into some big changes. Like, I think everybody knows we're moving into some big changes. We've already had big changes on the earth, but I believe that with the planetary alignment that we recently had, and the Bethlehem star, the arrival of the Bethlehem star, like I said in my Christmas video, I believe that this is a new beginning for all of us. I believe it's a new beginning for the whole planet. It's a planetary change. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is the age of light, love, peace, and harmony, and joy. We're leaving the old behind. So that means we're going to have a whole new consciousness. And I believe that this light is going to change the consciousness of everybody on the planet. It has to, in order for us to move into the light, or the fifth dimension. But one thing that needs to be pointed out is that now that the light has returned, and now when I'm saying light, I'm talking about the Bethlehem star, because the light has always been here, okay? The light of God has always been on the planet. It's never left. But the powers that be have done a really good job of trying to overpower the light of God. They have not overpowered God, but they have brought a lot of darkness onto the planet. They have done a good job of keeping people sick, keeping people dumbed down, keeping people in fear. And of course, all that ties into Morgellons and everything, but they've kept us in so much sickness and so much fear and suffering, for all our lives, really, for so long that we haven't been able to find our way to the light. We haven't been able to see the light of God that is always here. Okay? Some of us, in our suffering, have found the light, but it's because we were forced to. Mainly because, in my case, I was forced to go inside and find the light because I didn't have anywhere out here that I could go. So, I was pretty much my awakening was brought about by my suffering from Morgellons. But anyway, the powers that be they've done a good job of creating their darkness, their dark energy on the planet. And their dark energy, when I talk about their dark energy, I'm talking about all their energy that's man-made. They're everything from electrical power to the satellites to the smart meters. I mean, the CERN, the HARP, everything, everything, and I'm sure there's a lot that I don't even know about. All of their evil powers that they have created, or evil energy that they have created on earth in order to take out God. Okay? And like I said, it's kept a lot of people in darkness, a lot of people in fear, a lot of people sick. And I'm one of them. I'm not just talking about Morgellons, I'm talking about all sickness. I believe it's that they have created all sickness. They've caused it to come onto the planet with their dark energy. But I think we can look up now. I think we can look up, because I believe that with the arrival of the Bethlehem star, I believe this is our sign. I believe this is our sign that we're about to see big changes for the better. Because with the arrival of the Bethlehem star, it's like, even though the light has always been here, the light is already here, the God has already been here on the planet. But I feel like the Bethlehem star is our sign that's from God, that is showing us that God is about to increase His presence on earth. I don't think He's about to. I think He's already done it. He is increasing His power and His presence on this earth. And it's going to be a lot clearer and a lot more light here now, that people are going to be able to find their way a lot better. That's what I believe. That's what I'm getting from God. That it's going to be a lot easier now for people to wake up. It's going to be a lot easier for people to turn back to God and to find the light within them. Because this new light, or this Bethlehem light, it's not new, it's old, because it's the same light, the same star that led the three wise men to baby Jesus. Okay, so it's the same light. It has just made its final return, and it has showed us that this is, the light has returned, the fullness of the light has returned, and now that people have a perfect opportunity now to turn back to God, because the light has arrived on earth. And I believe that the powers that be, the deep state, and all of the evil doers, and the ones who are creating suffering and pain and sickness on earth, I believe that they know this. I believe they know that the light has, that the power and the presence of God has increased on the planet. Now they know that their days are up. Okay, so, and they know that they're about to fall. Now, we're already seeing some things collapse and some things fall, but I think we're going to see a lot more collapse around us. So we can't have the full return of God on the planet unless we first see the old collapse. So the old has got to fall away. It's got to be destroyed. It's got to crumble down. So we're going to see. And people need to be aware that we're going to see a lot of crumbling away, a lot of falling away around us, a lot of destruction. So it's a possibility we could have a lot of bad times ahead of us, and it could get a lot worse before it gets better, because with the arrival now of this power of God, which has, I believe, is increasing. God is increasing his power. God's power has always been here, but like I said, I believe that this, with the arrival of this Bethlehem star, this is a sign that God is going to increase his power, and he's going to use it to take out the evil powers. He's going to take out the darkness, the dark powers, and all the evil that's keeping people in bondage and keeping people sick. And of course, I'm talking about Morgellons. I'm talking about targeted individuals. I'm talking about anybody that's sick, anybody that's down and can't find their way back to God. Anybody who can't find the light. I believe that now we're going to see the darkness fall. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. But it's going to play out. It's going to take a while for it to play out, because we got to see the dark powers fall. We got to see them exposed first, and then we're going to see them destroyed. So what we've got to do, and there's a possibility that we can have some destruction in our lives too, because when the light comes, the light removes everything that doesn't belong. You know, it's going to take out the evil powers, but it's also going to take out everything from our lives, even things that we have put in our lives that is not of God, or that God did not give us. So we're most likely going to go through a lot more suffering too before it gets better. But the point I want to make is that if you keep your focus on the light, and if you stay heart-centered within, and the heart-centered where Christ lives, if you keep your focus there and you stay heart-centered, you can make it through this. And you're going to be okay, because God has promised that the light has already won this battle, okay? But we still have to go through it. So we have to hold tight to the light. We have to make that choice. Are we going to go with the light, or are we going to stay in the darkness? Now, there's going to be some people who are going to want to hold on to their darkness, you know, and they're going to stay in the old energy, and that's fine. They have a right to do that, because everyone has free will. But then those who know God, or those who want to know God, or those who are not awakened and they're ready to awaken, this is going to be the perfect opportunity for it, because the light is here. Okay, this is a perfect opportunity to awaken. Here's the difference in those who can't find their way to the light and those who do. Awareness is probably the most important thing. It's the important thing to remember is awareness. You have to be aware that the light is here, okay? You have to be aware that the presence of God is here on earth, okay? If you're not aware of that, you're not taking that down inside of you, and you're not waking up the light within you, then you're going to be an easy prey for the darkness. You're going to be an easy target for them to continue to just finish taking you out, finish taking you down. So this awareness, the awareness that the light of God is here on the planet. Like I said, it's always been here. I'm not saying it's anything new. The light of God has always been here, okay? But it's been blocked out. It's been kept from us because the powers that be have kept us in darkness and sickness for so long. We haven't been able to see the light. But I believe that God is saying that with the arrival of the Bethlehem star, that we are now going to be able to see the light a lot clearer. That and when this light hits our consciousness and people start awakening, and their DNA starts awakening, and they start, their consciousness begins to expand, and they start realizing God within them, then it's going to be a lot easier, I think, for people to find God, to turn back to God, find God, turn back to God, and start building their life here on the new earth. Okay? That's what I believe is. It's not coming, it's here. It's already started. Because we're already seeing some of the darkness crumble away. But we're going to see, I believe we're going to see a lot more dark days ahead of us. But if we hold tight to the light, if we realize that the light is here, and that we can grab hold of it, we can pull it in, you can pull the light in, just pull it in. Just recognize it, acknowledge it, and just pull it in and make it yours, okay? Get inside your heart center and meditate there and wake up to Christ within you. It's going to be a whole lot easier now to do this, folks. I really believe this. Because that same Bethlehem star that led the wise men to baby Jesus, that same Bethlehem star has returned, okay? And this same Bethlehem star will lead us back to Jesus, will lead us to Jesus. Just like it did the wise men. This star will lead us to Jesus, okay? We have to be aware of it, though. We have to be aware that it's here, and we have to make it ours. We have to pull it down, just pull it down, just pull down the energy, pull down that light inside your body. Or you can pull it down from the sun, or you can pull it up from Mother Earth. Just bathe your body in the light and make it yours. That's the most important thing I wanted to say, is that this is a time for a new beginning, folks. The light on the planet, the presence of God, it's all the same thing, is here. And now we have a perfect opportunity to awaken and find God within us. Okay? And if we do that, we're going to be okay. Now, to talk about the Morgellons. All of y'all know that I have been pretty much forced to turn the power off inside my house because of the frequencies that were hitting me. The microwave frequencies that were hitting me inside my house were just outrageous. They were killing me. So I turned off my breakers inside my house, and I just keep the one on in my kitchen. I'm pretty much just living out of my kitchen. You know, I just run extension cords for whatever I need, and I leave the rest of the breakers off. This is the only way that I can stay in my house. Now, I know this is not happening to everybody, but mine have been pretty much turned up. But what I want to say is, since I've turned the power off in my house, I have noticed that my Morgellons is not as bad. Okay, see, I turned it off in October. Yeah, I think I turned it off in October. Then I turned it back on around Thanksgiving. So it's been a couple of months I've had it off. But I've noticed that I'm not having a lot of the crawling sensations, you know, that I had before. I mean, still a little bit, but it's not like it was. And, you know, and I'm not having any of that sting, you know, that those stinging sensations where I feel like there'll be an isolated place on your arm or your body where it just starts stinging and burning and itching real bad, and you scratch it, you know, and you can't get anything to stop it. It just keeps, and it feels like pins or something, needles sticking you, you know, all the time. I was having a lot of that. I'm not having any of that now, so it's like the Morgellons is better since I've turned off the power. And the headaches that I was gone, or bad headaches I was having are gone. The dizziness is gone, and the energies blast through my skull. I was having a lot of energy blasting through my skull at night, and all that's gone. All that stopped. But so I've remedied the issues with my smart meter because I got my power off. But then I noticed after, and I've talked about this, I noticed there was some little laser light, red lights coming through my window. So I just think, well, I figured, well, since they can't get me with the smart meter, so now they're going to try to hit me with these lasers. That's what I was thinking, you know, and I still think that. But I can see these little red laser lights coming through the windows. And so I went and got some dark curtains. I bought some dark curtains and put them up in my living room, my kitchen. And now I know that the dark curtains are not going to stop the laser. I know the laser light can go through the curtains, but I thought maybe if I put the dark curtains up that I could at least see them. I could at least see the lights when they come through, and I'd be able to hopefully get them on video. Okay, but since I put the dark curtains up, I have not seen any more of the red laser lights. So I don't know if they've stopped. They've stopped hitting me with them, or you know, or if they're just not making it through the black. I don't know, but I'm still looking for those. I still try to keep my camera handy, so if I see one, I'm hoping I can grab it real quick and get a video, because I want to get these red laser lights on video. That'd be my proof. But anyway, also with my since I've had my power off, I also noticed that the frequencies from the cell towers, and I mean the microwave frequencies inside the house are gone, but the frequencies from the cell towers, it seems like they have I don't know if it's just my hearing has been intensified, or you know, if I'm hearing, I don't. It seems like the frequencies coming from outside and around me are increasing. I don't know. Maybe they're turning up the cell towers. I don't know, but I'm hearing a new set of frequencies that I wasn't hearing when I had my power on. So I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing that it's from the cell towers. And I also think that the laser lights are coming from the cell towers. So then there's nothing I can do about the cell towers. What can I do? I mean, I can't go shut them off. So they're not, and I'm not really having any other than just hearing the frequencies. I know sometimes I'm still having some issues with my ears. I'm having some pain in my ears, and sometimes when I'm on my cell phone, I'll actually hear frequencies, you know, hitting my ears. And I think this might be what's causing my ear pain, and so, and maybe some of the might be causing, you know, some of the pain that I'm still having. I'm having a little bit of pain in my chest, and I'm thinking it's related to my ears. And the reason I think that is because when I put the castor oil in my ears, the pain in my chest goes away. And I know that sounds crazy, but it happens. So what I'm doing is I feel like God is telling me to protect your ears and protect your heart. So what I did to protect my ears, there's really not a lot you can do to protect your ears, you know, because I mean, what are you gonna? I mean, you don't really have any metal that you can put over your ears or anything. So what I did is I found some of those little earphones. You know, they have the metal inside, and they've got the black foam stuff on the outside that got the metal in it. And I took some of those old earphones, or earbuds, what they are, and I cut the wires off, and I just kind of stuck them in my ears. And you can put a little aluminum foil on the outside if you want to. I mean, I did that for a while, and I think it does help, but I wouldn't put the aluminum foil directly inside the ear, because you know, it might piece of it might come off and gets down inside your ear. But I'm still trying to find new ways to protect my ears right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm using the metal earbuds. I don't think they make metal earplugs. If they do, that would be perfect, you know, because I think the metal in the earbuds would prevent the frequencies from entering the ear, or it might help. And actually, it has helped. I have noticed a difference in my ears since I put the metal earbuds inside my ears. So that's just something I wanted to throw out there and let people know what I'm doing. If you're having a lot of ear pain or chest pain, I personally believe that the chest pain and the ear pain is all related to the frequencies that are going, you know, frequencies through the ears. So if you can protect your ears, you can find a way to protect your ears. And like I said, I don't really know any other way other than just to use the, you know, the little earbuds. But, you know, I would check and I need to check and see if they do make some metal earplugs, because that would be perfect to protect the ears. But for the chest, I mean, you can get I did put a I did fold a piece of aluminum foil and put it over my chest for a while, and it felt like it made a difference. I think aluminum foil does help with the frequencies, because I felt like the pain got a little better when I put the aluminum foil. You know, it's kind of like stuck it on, you know, under my shirt, and so I ain't suggesting that everybody do that, because you might have a better way of protecting yourself. But I feel like we need to protect our ears. We need to protect the frequencies from going in our ears, and we need to protect our heart. So whatever way that you think might help doing that, you know, I really think we need to do that, at least until we see the dark powers destroyed, because I really believe with all my heart that it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. I believe they're going to crank these cell towers up, folks, and I believe the frequencies are going to get a lot stronger, and they're going to try to take as many of us out as they can, because that's their goal, after all, you know, to depopulate and to destroy America. And I believe that everybody that's involved in taking down America, everybody that is trying to destroy America and to kill the American people, I believe they're all going to be destroyed. I believe that God is going to take them down. And that's what I believe. So, and when I say destroyed, I mean, I don't necessarily mean that they're going to die, but I believe that their acts, their evil acts are going to be stopped. They're going to be brought to their knees, and they're going to be held accountable for what they're doing. So we have to send love and blessings to them, because when you send love and blessings to them, that's like sending them the light. Okay? When you send the light to them, the light's already hitting them, because it's here on the planet. But when you send the light to them, when you say send love and light and blessings to these people, the ones who are committing these evil acts, that light that you send them is going to work to expose the darkness. So that's the best thing we can do, is to pray that we send them love and light and blessings. And we can help bring about the end of evil and darkness on earth. That's what we need to do. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, the light's already won. Okay, but we still got to go through the battle. So expect anything and everything to happen at this point, because we moved into the new age, especially when it's at the start of 2021. You know, there's some theories out there that things are really going to heat up in January, and that maybe, I'm sure that's true, but it may start before January. So everybody needs to be prepared. There's a possibility we could have a blackout, that with the energy grid could go down. So everybody needs to be prepared and ready to live in the dark, or live without power, at least for a while. So everybody needs to be planning that, because I mean we don't know for sure if that's going to happen, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility, especially with everything that's been happening lately, with the earthquakes and the volcanoes and the solar winds and all, you know, and the cyber attacks and everything. There's a possibility. So everybody needs to be prepared for the power grid to go down. And actually, everybody would probably do a lot better with the power grid down, because then that would shut off some of this evil energy, this dark energy, from hitting us. But we still got the cell towers, and we still got HARP, and we still got CERN, and we still got them spraying the chemtrails on us. And we still got the satellites, the directed energy weapons that they're hitting people with. We still got all that. So all of that, we have to just trust God to take it out. And I believe it's all going to be taken out. So that's all I want to say today, guys, is that I just feel like we can look up. Because our redemption is here, I believe. I really do. And so, yes, you need to plan for some dark times ahead, but you also need to keep your focus on Christ within you. Stay heart-centered. Anchor in your heart, your sacred heart, and connect with Christ within you. Call on Jesus. You'll be okay. We're going to make it through this. God says the light's already won. Hold to the light. That's it. But hold to the light. Hold to the light. Don't try to, I know it's hard to do when you got more gallons and you're being targeted, especially when you're being targeted. They know what they're doing, because when you're being targeted, you can't help but focus on the darkness because you're in it, okay? They know how to bring you down, how to lower your vibrations and to keep you sick, okay? But we got to be stronger. We got to rise up, and we got to move into the light, and we got to hold tight to God. We got to hold on to Jesus, and with a full confidence that He's going to be with us and help us through this. That's all, guys, and I will see you in the light. Love you.